So in Turkey, we found the Boghazkoi inscription. Okay, Boghazkoi inscription, where we came to know that this Aryans ka inscription were similar to this Turkey inscription, and that is why it is being said that the Aryans might have come from the Turkey region. Okay, after that there are also evidences that they had came from the Balk region, or that is Afghanistan region. After that, we also find some of the policies of Hitler's Nazi. Okay, so we also find some of the policies that were being followed by the Nazi, and they were termed as the Aryan policies, which Aryan followed during the ancient times. And that is why the Nazi also were following the same policies in their military administration. And that is why it is being said that Aryans might have came from the European region. Okay, now after this, the Aryans also used the major of the Sanskrit words like Ashwa. Ashwa means the horse. Okay, Ashwa means horse, and Rishab means the bull. Okay, the bull, which is used in the agriculture sector. Okay, so Ashwa and what it is, Vrishab. Okay, so Ashwa and Vrishab, both of these terms are Sanskrit in nature. And that is why Indian says that the Aryans were originally from the Indian subcontinent only, from Bharatvarsh only. And that is why we say that Aryans were native to the Bharatvarsh. Okay, now if we see, there were many of the terminologies or the words that were being used with respect to this region, especially with respect to the rivers. Now if you see this map, okay, now the Indus river was called as the Sindhu river. Okay, Indus river was called as the Sindhu river, and the Greeks pronounced it as the Indu river, Indu. Okay, not Sindhu, they pronounced it as a Indu river, and from here it came to be known as Indus river. Okay, and that is why we call the Indus Valley civilization terming the Indus river. Okay, now this is the Sindhu river. After that, you can see this Jhelum river known as Vitasta. Okay, after this you can know the Ravi river, Parushni. Now this is a very significant river. Ravi river is a very significant historical river. Why? Because 10 kings, okay, 10 kings had fought the war over here during the Rigvedic period, or at the beginning of the Rigvedic period. It is given in the Rigvedic texts. Now why did they fought for? They fought for the acquiring of the resources and the region, right? And that is why this war was finally fought between the Purus, okay, between the Purus and Kurus. Okay, so at the final, Kurus won, and that is why Kurukshetra came into being. Okay, so this is the history of the 10 Kings ka war. Okay, now this wars were fought by the Aryans with the local people. Okay, now this had created major of the issues, okay, issues in this period, in this region, and in during this period. Okay, and that is why we get many of the evidences from the Rigvedic literatures. Okay, so by the way, you also need to know what are the names of this rivers which we had in the Rigvedic period. So here the Indus had the Sindhu name. Okay, after that the Kurram and the Kabul, the region over here. Okay, Kurram and the Kabul, the region over here. Okay, there were Kubhu river and the Kubha river. Now the Jhelum was called as the Vitasta river. Chena was called as Akshini river. Okay, after that Ravi was called as a Purusini river. Okay, and there was also the evidence of the Saraswati river. Okay, which today we call it as a mythological river. Okay, after that the Gomati was also present. Now this Gomati was a Gomal river. Okay, now it is the river in the present day Pakistan. Okay, after that it is Sohan, which was called as a Sushoma river. Okay, Sohan river, which was called as a Sushoma river. So Sohan river is somewhere here. Okay, here it is a very minor river. Okay, so Sushoma river. Okay, so these are the names of the rivers which are essential so that this can be asked in the exam with the help of match the following or match the pairs. Okay, now let us discuss about how was the society or how was the life during that period. Now if we see the life during this period, okay, if we see the life during this period, it was quite simple. Okay, now when we see the Stone Age, okay, when during the prehistoric times they used to do majorly the hunting, they used to rear animals. After that the domestication started, and during Indus Valley civilization we had seen that they had completely settled life, the urban life, the town life. Okay, we had seen n number of granaries, we had seen the farms, we had seen the trades during IVC. But after that we have also seen the decline of IVC. Okay, and after that decline again the civilization started right from zero. Okay, and that is why again here you will find the semi established life settled. Okay, life settlements. Okay, now here majorly you would be having pastorals. Okay, that is the domestication of the animals. Major of the economical activities would be depending upon the rearing of the animals, and after that slowly they would be starting for the settled agriculture. Okay, now beyond that it was the society was a simple clan based society. Now what is mean by clan? Have you heard about the Gotra? Have you heard about the Gotra? Now, Gotra was a term which was used during the Vedic age, especially during the later Vedic period. We'll come to that. Okay, the Gotra was a term, okay, where the person was, when the person was belonging to the same Gotra, they were not allowed to get married. Okay, when two people belonging from the same Gotra were not allowed to get married. Although this was the ritual which was established in later Vedic period, but when we talk about the early Vedic period, so we have clan system. Clan system means one extended family. Like if suppose I am having a particular family, and after 2 to 3 generations, this one family would be converted into 25 families. Okay, and this is a clan. Okay, now here one clan was equals to one village. Okay, if suppose we have one village during the early Vedic age, in this one village only single clan lived. Okay, or moreover the one clan or two clans lived, but for one clan it was one village. Okay, and that is why it was a very simple social life during the early Vedic period. Now after that, if we want to have the clear cut